Hello, everybody, and welcome. We've got a full house of cheering fans, including Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Earl B, he's our man. Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ron Bacalar, along with our cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach, on weather-wise, probably one of the yuckiest days of this particular fall season. We are at Lorain Southview High School, and as you can see, about ready to bring you the exciting action of this girls' soccer match. Another first for TV20. As the Lorain Southview Lady Saints play host to the Lady Admirals of Lorain Admiral King High School. The Southview Saints girls soccer team is co-coached by Bruce Wheeler and Rifat Abusali. The school's athletic trainer is Sean Landis. The manager is Megan Limpert. And of course, the Southview faculty manager is John Brzezowski. For the Lady Admirals of Admiral King, the head coach is Tony Damachia, assisted by Coach Aaron Oline, and also assisted by Coach Ed Gaynor. The trainer is Dave Dury. The faculty manager is Rich Yunker. An action getting underway. The Lady Admirals are in the yellow uniforms with the blue numerals and the yellow socks. The Lady Saints are with the white jerseys and the red pants and the white socks. Of course, the colors for Admiral King, blue and gold. The colors for Southview, red, white, and blue. As the action is getting underway on the soccer field here at Southview High School, let's take a look at who the players are for the visiting Lady Admirals. And this, by the way, is the second meeting of these two teams this season. The first time they played to a 1-1 tie. So hopefully somebody will come out a winner in this game this afternoon. For the visiting Lady Admirals, wearing number 11, the position is mid, and that is Jessica Andrews. Wearing number 17, also a mid player, we have Sol Carabello. Wearing number 9 is a forward defense player, Jackie Gaynor. Wearing number 14 is a goalie and also plays forward when not in the net. That is Monica Gerace. Wearing number 10, playing midfield, is Carla Hardman, also midfield. Wearing number 20 is Amber Ignatico. Lauren Kishman wears number 3. She is a sweeper. Carrie Keane wears number 8. She is a forward. Number 13 is a midfieldman. That is Candace Cuesta. Mercedes Logan wears number 15. She plays defense. Joanna Lopez wears number 2. She's a forward. Playing mid and defense is number 21. That's Jenny Magdaleno. Jenny McGilvery wears number 18. She's a midfieldman. Also playing midfieldman are number 4, Julie Mckay, and number 6, Zanelda Nieves. Playing defense in mid is Lauren Robbins. She wears number 19. Playing forward in defense is number 16, Danielle Zattala. And Natalie Smith wears number 7. She plays defense. And that's the personnel for the visiting Lady Admirals from Lorain Admiral King High School. We'll be taking a closer look at these young ladies as each coach provided us with information on these gals and what they're doing in school, what year, etc., etc. All right, the ball out of bounds. If you notice the traffic in the background, that is State Route 57 coming in and out of Lorain. Ball is put into action by the Lady Admirals there. Looking now at the lineup for the Lady Saints, wearing number 21 is Alicia Candelario. Wearing number 40, who is a goalie and a forward. And by the way, Alicia Candelario is a midfield person, also plays some forward. But wearing number 40, goalie and forward, is Stephanie Fraley. She is a senior, as is Alicia Candelario. Brittany Gonzalez wears number 28. She's a junior. She plays forward. Amber Heyer is a junior. She wears number 37. She is a fullback. Sherelle Millander is a sophomore wearing number 23, a fullback forward. Carly Nieto is a junior. She wears number 31, a midfield fullback. Wearing number 29, a junior, is Maritza Ramirez. She is a fullback midfield person. Jewel Romero wears number 26. She's a senior. She plays forward. Robin Rotheker is a junior, wears number 36. She's a midfield person. Amanda Sanchez is a junior, wears number 26, plays midfield. Also playing midfield, wearing number 39, a sophomore, is Janet Sanchez. Sandra Santos is a junior, wears number 38. She is a fullback. Heather Schlosser is a freshman, wears number 27. She is a goalie and also plays fullback when not in the net. Sunshine Shuck is a junior, number 34, fullback. And boy, we sure could use some of that sunshine today as the rain continues to fall here in Lorain, Ohio. Sasha Simmons is a junior, wears number 32. She is midfield. Jessica Zach is a junior, wears number 30, midfield. Alexandra Thomas, a freshman, wears number 35. She's a fullback. Jackie Vazalden is a junior, wears number 33, a fullback midfield person. Also playing fullback midfield, wearing number 22, a senior, is Becca Ward. And finally on the Southview roster is Sarah Wozniack, a junior, wears number 24. She is a forward midfield person. No score in this soccer match. We are in the early moments of the first half. In high school soccer, they play 40-minute halves, and the clock very seldom is stopped except after a goal or if there's a serious penalty or some kind of an injury. Otherwise, even when the ball is kicked out of bounds, that clock continues to run. 40 minutes for each of two halves and a 10-minute break at halftime. So you obviously have to recognize and appreciate the fact that these young ladies are definitely in great shape. And a lot of them, of course, start their soccer careers at a much earlier age before even coming into high school with all of the various city and county leagues that are available to them. Putting the ball into play there for the Lady Admirals, Sol Carabello. And the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, one of my favorite eating establishments, Burger King. Lady Admirals putting it into play as they're down by the Southview goal, but the Lady Saints now bringing it downfield. One of the advantages of doing all this running and coming out to recover the ball is the Admiral King goalie as she kicks it away. One of the advantages of this particular sport on this kind of a day is the running up and down the field certainly keeps them warm. Not necessarily dry, but definitely warm. Lady Admirals now on the attack as they're down at the Southview goal. In this first half, we want to take the opportunity to do some player profiles, and we'll do those. The Lady Admirals in the first half, then we'll profile the Lady Saints in the second half. Jackie Gaynor, a junior forward defender. She is a third-year captain for the Lady Admirals, has been playing soccer since she was 7 years old. She's had 2 seasons with the Inter Premier Soccer Club. She indicates that she's always ready and willing to help her team win in any way that she can. She's a 3-year varsity starter and has received varsity letters for both her freshman and sophomore seasons. She was selected by the Lorain County Soccer Coaches Association to receive Lorain County Honorable Mention honors both her freshman and sophomore years. She scored 3 goals her freshman year, 3 more during her sophomore season, and has 2 already this year while spending some time as a defensive player. Gatorade Will to win Athlete Award recipient. So she is right in there with some of the top soccer players in the area. She is a certified licensed referee for Lorain City Soccer and Firelands District Referee Association. If she were not on that field, we'd have her up here in the booth helping us comment on this game, because she is a very knowledgeable young lady in the area of soccer. She plays an instrument in the school's marching and concert band. She was invited to the Academic Awards banquet after her sophomore year and chosen for the National Honor Society this year. She has also received the Team Leadership Award her sophomore year. That is Jackie Gaynor, a junior. So without a doubt, Coach Tony DeMacchia is going to be looking forward to her expertise in that senior year. Jackie Gaynor wearing number 9. Little defensive action there by Mercedes Logan for the Lady Admirals, getting that ball away.
Put it in! Come on, put it in, girl! Oh, she's gonna kick it. Brittany, use your head!
LaQuesta Candace, our next player we want to profile, is a sophomore midfielder. She is a first-year varsity letter winner, participates also in track and field. Shot put and discus are her specialties in that area. She received a junior varsity letter in track. She's a member of Key Club at Admiral King, also a member of Student Council. She is in the Girl Scouts and plans to attend an out-of-state college to study to be a veterinarian. She was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So from the heights of Colorado Springs to the lowlands of Lorain, Ohio, we welcome LaQuesta Candace. There you saw Jackie Gaynor kicking towards the Southview goal. And it looked like that might have gone into the net. Absolutely, a goal by the Lady Admirals. Well done. And that at 13:26 of the first half, 13:26 elapsing. And putting the ball into the net. We have Danielle Santos, number 12. All right, we want to make a correction on that. Danielle Zattala making that particular goal. We had number 12 on our roster as Danielle Santos and number 16 as Danielle Zattala, but apparently there's been some changes in numbers for the young ladies again. Nevertheless, we do want to make that correction. Danielle Zattala making the goal, and she was assisted by Lorain Kishman. So the Lady Admirals take a 1-0 lead here in this soccer match at Lorain Southview High School. As we indicated at the top of the program, these two teams played each other earlier in the season, and the final score was a 1-1 tie. The next young lady we would like to profile for the Lady Admirals is Carrie Keane, a senior forward defender, a third-year captain. This is her 4th year as a soccer player, 3rd year varsity letter winner. She has a 1-year JV letter that she received in girls soccer. Lorain County Honorable Mention in 1999 and in 2000. She received the Freshman of the Year Award, the Team Leadership Awards, and also received the Gatorade Will to Win Athlete Award. So our congratulations to Carrie Keane. Our next young lady we would like to profile is the one who just made the goal for the Lady Admirals, Danielle Zattala, a freshman and a forward. Danielle was born in Lake Tahoe, California. And here she is in the fog, the rain, and the mist of Lorain, Ohio. We welcome Danielle to our part of the country. She played in the AASL League. She is a black belt in karate. So one thing you definitely don't want to do is mess with Danielle Zattala. She has scored 6 goals and currently is the team's leading scorer. Danielle Zattala. Jennifer Marie Magdaleno is our next player we want to profile. She's a senior midfielder defender. She participates in indoor soccer as well. She is the manager for the wrestling team. And hopefully here on TV20 we will be seeing the Admirals wrestling team possibly in a match against the Southview wrestlers. And we'll be looking for Jennifer as she manages that team. Jennifer is a fine athlete scholar. She has a 3.8 GPA, a 3rd year varsity soccer letter winner, the most improved player as a sophomore, Miss Hustle Award she received as a junior. Jenny intends to go to Akron or Toledo University in the fall for a accounting degree. Jenny is an office manager at iMaster. So a very busy young lady, participating in sports, participating in activities in the community, and carrying a 3.8 GPA. Outstanding. Jennifer Marie Magdaleno. Our next player that we would like to profile is Jessica Andrews, who is a senior, a midfielder, and a forward. This is her 3rd year as a varsity soccer letter winner. The 2nd year at Lorain Admiral King High School, she participates in indoor soccer. A CYO Western Regional champion in the high jump. Jessica, also an outstanding athlete scholar, has a 3.7 GPA and plans to attend college to become a hearing impairment intervention specialist. She was an international princess representing her Polish heritage. Jessica Andrews. Lady Saints goalie brings the ball out and kicks it away. Our next Lady Admiral is Joanna Natasha Lopez, a sophomore midfielder. She is an honor student, a member of Student Council, and a member of Key Club. She's been awarded a certificate and a varsity letter for academic excellence at the Scholastic Banquet her freshman year. She received a junior varsity letter in track and field. She placed 5th in discus and 4th place in shot put at the Midview Relays. She tells us that she is fluently bilingual, an honor student in Puerto Rico where she resided for about 3.5 years. She received a trophy for 2nd place in a mathematical competition, one for 1st place in the Mathematical Olympics and another for getting their place in the 11th Regional Mathematical Olympics. So without a doubt here, another outstanding student athlete, Joanna Natasha Lopez. And the Lady Saints kick the ball out from their goal area. Now midfield. A tussle there between one of the Lady Admirals and Lady Saints as the action continues. Our next Lady Admiral is Julie Mckay, a senior midfielder forward. She is a 3-year varsity letter winner, a member of National Honor Society and the Foreign Language Club. She is one of the 2 drum majors in marching band, so we get a chance to see her on Friday nights when the Admirals play at George Daniels Stadium. She also plays the flute in the concert band. She is a 2-year member of the chamber choir. Julie plans to major in musical theater next year at some institute of higher learning, of which she has not yet quite decided. And we wish her well. This is what you would call a well-rounded individual. Lorain Kishman is a junior, a sweeper forward, a 3rd-year captain and varsity letter winner. She received such awards as leadership, the Will to Win Athlete, Coach's Award, and Most Valuable Player in the year 2000. She's also honorable mention All-Lorain County her freshman year and first team All-Lorain County and honorable mention All-Great Lakes League as a sophomore. She is a member of the National Honor Society and holds an unweighted GPA of 4.0. Wow. As well as a weighted GPA of over 4.8. So we can legitimately say that Lorain Kishman is a straight A student. After high school, Lorain plans on attending college. And it's this kind of information that we receive on these young people that just lends credence to what I've always believed. Where there's a will, there is always a way. Lauren Robbins is a freshman, a midfielder, a defender. She was born on December 27th, 1986 in Lorain, Ohio. So I wonder if she gets presents 2 days after Christmas. Lauren has a sister named Heidi and a brother named Matt. She is the daughter of Mark and Eva Robbins. Monica Gerace is a junior goalkeeper. She is a letter winner, honorable mention All-Lorain County, and Ohio High School Cup invitee to Dayton, Ohio. She was invited to a fall sports convention at Lorain County Community College on athletes and their attitudes in sports. Monica Gerace, the junior goalkeeper for the Lady Admirals. In addition, Monica Gerace, her sophomore year, she was the starting varsity goalie, the returning letter winner, co-captain along with Jackie Gaynor and Carrie Keane and Lauren Kishman. She was first team All-Lorain County, honorable mention All-Great Lakes League, a team leadership award recipient. She also received the Gatorade Will to Win Athlete Award and the Lady Admiral Award. 2 Ohio State records she holds, 2 for most saves in a single game, 52. That's a lot of shots on goal. and another for most saves in a single season, over 180. And most saves in a single season, she reserves not only first place, but second and third place as well. In softball, Monica Gerace is the starting varsity catcher. And in softball, she received Lorain County Honorable Mention, Co-Offensive Player of the Year, 14 hits and a .359 batting average. 1 double, 2 triples, 1 home run, 12 runs scored. And here again, hopefully, maybe this spring on TV20, some more firsts. We're going to try our best to bring you some baseball and softball action between Admiral King and Lorain Southview High Schools. Furthermore, in softball, Monica Gerace was first team All-Great Lakes League for catching. Honorable mention All-Lorain County, starting varsity catcher, returning letter winner, Offensive Player of the Year award with 24 hits, 4 home runs, and that year carried a .387 batting average, .387 with 26 runs scored and 24 steals. The most steals award, 24 for 24. Now that's stealing. And in basketball, you talk about being well-rounded. She received a junior varsity letter. She was the team co-captain. Monica Gerace, that is quite an assembly of honors, awards, and participation. Running down some of the remaining Lady Admirals that we would like to profile is Natalie Smith, a junior midfielder forward, a second-year varsity letter winner, student council president. She's also a member of the Leo Club, and she is the second vice president, and a member of the Future Educators of America. She's a member of the Foreign Language Club and also National Honor Society. Natalie was chosen for Who's Who among high school students this year. She is a member of the marching band, the jazz band, and a 2-year member of the All-Ohio State Fair Band. Natalie Smith. Amber Ignatico is a junior midfielder. This is her first year as a soccer player, and she will be a letter winner. Lauren Kishman, number 3 there, kicking towards the Southview goal, knocked away and out of bounds. Our next Lady Admiral is Zenaida Nieves, a sophomore midfield person born in Albany, New York, a first-year letter winner, one of the most improved players of the year, last year as a member of the Lady Admiral soccer team. Sol Carabello is a senior midfielder, a great team leader, a third-year starter and letter winner, and a 4-year soccer player at Admiral King. And last and certainly not least, Mercedes Logan, a senior defender. She is a returning starter, a team leader, and one of Admiral King's best defensive backs. So there you have the player profile of these Lady Admirals, and we certainly thank their coach, Coach Tony DeMacchia, for getting all of this information put together from the young ladies for us to present, to let you know we do have outstanding young people in our Lorain City schools. Not only getting a great education, but also doing a lot of wonderful participation. A little over 10 minutes remaining here in this first half of play at Lorain Southview High School. Our score is the Lady Admirals 1, Southview nothing. We will be profiling the Lady Saints in the second half. Mercedes Logan kicking the ball there for the Lady Admirals, and it goes out of bounds. The Lady Saints will put it into play. And the overhead toss, which is the only way the ball can be put into play from the sidelines. And out comes the King goalie grabbing the ball, and she will kick it away. Lady Saints bring it back down, kicked away by the goalie, and the ball going out of bounds. A free kick for the Lady Admirals. Taking the honors is Natalie Smith, stopped by the Lady Saints. Number 38, Sandra Santos. Lorain Kishman in the corner for the Lady Admirals, kicks it beyond the goal and out of bounds. One of the advantages, as you can see, of being a goalie, you get to wear a different kind of uniform, and in this kind of weather, the Southview goalie has long pants on, a sweatshirt, probably just a bit warmer. Of course, she doesn't do the running around that the rest of the players do. Needs the protection, the warmth. Sol Carabella puts the ball into play for the Lady Admirals. And here come the Lady Saints. On the far side of the field, coming right on down. And that's number 23 for the Lady Saints, Sherelle Millander. And it looks like it's going to be another free kick for the Admiral King soccer team. And there it is. Bringing the ball down now for the Lady Admirals, Carrie Keane. And it goes out of bounds. Once again, kicked out of bounds by the Lady Saints. Junior Sarah Wozniack. As we indicated, each time that ball is kicked out of bounds, unlike football, which stops the clock continues to run in soccer. Even the official gets a little kicking action in there. And this will be a free kick for the Lady Admirals. And it's just tapped back. Lorain Kishman on the kick, but missing the net wide to the left, going out of bounds. The Southview goalie will kick the ball out. Being told by her teammate Sarah Wozniack in what direction, and it's kicked right back, and she grabs it. Kicks it back into play. About 6 more minutes remaining here in this first half of play. The Lady Admirals with a 1-0 lead, the only goal shot in the first half. And again, the goal was made by Danielle Zattala with an assist from Lorain Kishman. Off the head, I do believe, of Becca Ward for Southview, going out of bounds. Lady Admirals will put it into play with the overhead pass. And again, off the head. This time it's kicked by the young lady who put it into play for Admiral King, Sol Carabello. Julie Mckay putting it into play. Even the Seagulls are enjoying this girls' soccer match as they're flying down there towards the Southview end of the field. And kicked out of bounds by Sarah Wozniack. The Lady Admirals will put it into play again. Jenny Magdaleno. This time it's Southview's turn to put it into play. Sarah Wozniack. And again, kicked out of bounds. And now Natalie Smith puts it into play. Mercedes Logan on the kick for the Lady Admirals, taken over now by Southview. Julie Mckay mixing it up with the Southview players, and the ball picked up by the Admiral King goalie, and she will kick it into play. Maybe hard to pick up because of the lower angle of our camera, but you see the white stripes. That's primarily for the football field. The Southview Saints freshman and junior varsity teams also play on this field. What really makes the difference for soccer are the yellow lines. If you can spot the yellow lines, that would be the out of bounds, because the soccer field is wider than a football field. We don't have all of the statistics with us as far as length and width, but those of you who are into soccer certainly understand that. Natalie Smith kicking the ball away for the Lady Admirals. And kicked out of bounds between the legs of Carrie Keane by Southview, so the Lady Admirals putting it into play. Natalie Smith doing that. Lorain Kishman. Now kicking the ball for the Lady Admirals, Sol Carabello. Sasha Simmons on the stop for the Lady Saints, picked up again by Admiral King. Coming with the ball now is Carrie Keane. Carrie Keane in the corner, kicks it towards the goal, and it's kicked away. A nice save in there by the Lady Saints. do believe that was Sherelle Millander, if we caught the number correctly. Brittany Gonzalez, the goalie for the Southview Saints. Monica Gerace, the goalie for the Lady Admirals. Less than a minute remaining here in the first half of play. Lady Admirals on top, 1-0. And the ball goes out of bounds. Picked up by Brittany Gonzalez. She'll put it into play. Just a few seconds remaining, less than a minute. And the ball kicked out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. And again, the score, Admiral King 1 on a goal kicked by Danielle Zattala, assisted by Lorain Kishman. 1-0 is our score. End of the first half.
Excuse me. Excuse me, are you Santa Claus? I heard you might be him. If you are him, here's my list.
Help the Marines make Christmas possible for less fortunate children. Donate a new toy to Toys for Tots.
Here's Santa Claus.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Every time an adult gives up on our kids, every time we surrender to the belief that their future is out of our hands, another child is left behind. I'm General Colin Powell, and I don't believe in giving up. That's why I'm asking you to join America's Promise. Log on to americaspromise.org or give us a call. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you can do something important. Pull your weight.
They came from every corner of the country, from small towns and big cities. But they all shared one thing in common. They belonged to a family called Marines, a tough and determined few dedicated to protecting everything we hold sacred. And still, they come. Celebrate the 226-year history of those proud few who have earned the title Marine.
Second half action ready to get underway here at Lorain Southview High School. We are on the soccer field at Lorain Southview. As we've indicated, the traffic you can see in the background, State Route 57, Grove Avenue. We will be profiling the Lady Saints in this second half. Our score is Admiral King 1, Southview 0. Putting the ball into play for the Lady Admirals, Sol Carabello. Profiling now the Lady Saints. Our first one is Brittany Gonzalez, a junior, a 2-year letter winner. She is the goalie for the Saints. She carries a 3.56 GPA, a 3.5 GPA, I should say. That's a G instead of a 6, a 3.5 GPA, and a fine, outstanding student athlete, scholar athlete. She's a member of Key Club, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Salsa Club. She's also involved in Upward Bound. She does the morning announcements for Lorain Southview High School. She's a member of the cross-country team as well as girls soccer, and both these sports played here in the fall of the season. In the wintertime, she plays basketball as well as indoor soccer, and she's involved with Special Olympics. Quite a young lady, Brittany Gonzalez. Carly Nieto is a junior, a 2-year letter winner. She's involved with, and boy, I wish I could understand this one or have her right by my side to explain it, a sleep youth group. I wonder if that's all they do is take naps. I doubt it very much. She plays the violin, and she's involved in the Junior Army ROTC at Lorain Southview. Carly Nieto. Our next young lady is, as we indicated sometime in the early moments of the first half, something that I wish we had right at the moment, Sunshine Shuck. And she is a junior with a 3.5 GPA, a scholar athlete, a 2-year letter winner. Also very much involved in her high school. She's a member of Key Club, a member of the band, member of the Junior Army ROTC. She plays piano, all Lorain County, honorable mention. All GLL, Great Lakes League, honorable mention. She too is a member of the Awake youth group. Now, we had a sleep youth group and Awake youth group. I wonder if that's one and the same. These young ladies put these profiles together. We did not, so I'm just telling you what we've got here in front of us. But that would be something interesting to find out, if that's a school activity or out-of-school activity. And maybe someday we could do a focus program. We can have Carly Nieto talk about the Asleep Youth Group, and while she's snoozing, and the Sunshine Chuck could be telling us about the Awake Youth Group. Anyway, Sunshine also participates in basketball, and when she's not playing soccer outdoors in the fall of the season for her high school, she's playing indoor soccer. And as you also, I'm sure, noted by now, the two teams have traded goals. The first half, Southview was at the south end of the field, while the Admiral King goal was at the north end. Now it's reversed. The Lady Admiral's goal is at the south end, where the Southview players will be attempting to put the ball in the net. And the Southview goal is up at the north end. And putting the ball into play right now for the Lady Admirals, Julie Mckay. And it goes out of bounds quickly. Sandra Santos, our next Lady Southview Saint that we want to profile, is a junior. Also a 3.5 GPA. My golly, there's a lot of intellectual young ladies on this soccer field for Southview. She is a 2-year letter winner, a member of Key Club. She's a member of the Asleep Youth Group. Basketball, volleyball are some of the other sports that she participates in, and volleyball as well as cross country are fall sports. So here she's involved in 2 sports during the fall season. That keeps this young lady very active. And out of season, she's involved in indoor soccer. Amber Heyer is a junior with a 3.6 grade point average. She's involved in the FCCLA, whatever that stands for. I'm sure it's a very significant organization. She participates in softball in the spring of the year and very much involved in church activities with the Catholic Charities. Alicia Candelario is a senior, a 2-year letter winner. She's a member of Key Club, as well as Big Brothers and Big Sisters. She's involved in Special Olympics. She plays softball in the spring, basketball in the winter, and she also runs cross country here in the fall as well as playing on this soccer team. She's involved in softball, indoor softball. That sounds interesting, indoor softball. Must have a high ceiling. Alicia Candelario. Brittany Gonzalez kicking the ball out for the Lady Saints. And a tussle now between two of the players, namely Sasha Simmons for Southview and for the Lady Admirals, Julie Mckay. I was telling our producer, director, and cameraman Joe Bach during the halftime timeout, we're going to have to indoctrinate these coaches to provide us with rosters where the young ladies and the young men in other sports are listed numerically instead of alphabetically, and that's one of the reasons why we're so hesitating in calling out who's doing what, because the rosters for both these teams are listed alphabetically, and we have to try to find the number, and when they're not listed numerically, it's not an easy task. Well, that's my excuse for the afternoon. Moving right along. All right, the ball out of bounds, and the Lady Admirals will put it into play, and it's tossed in. Lady Saints stopping it momentarily. Kicked, and oh my goodness, right off the arm of Brittany Gonzalez into the net. Now, if my eyes are not deceiving me, that ball was initially kicked by the Lady Admirals' Jackie Gaynor. And then it looked to me like it reflected off of the foot of Southview's Becca Ward going towards the net, and Brittany Gonzalez just couldn't save it. So we have a 2-0 score now. The Lady Admirals in the lead, 2-0. A goal scored back in the first half by Danielle Zattala, with an assist from Lorain Kishman, and Jackie Gaynor unassisted here in the second half, accounting for the 2 goals that the Lady Admirals have scored. 2-0 is our score. We are in the second half. These two teams, as we pointed out before, meeting earlier in the season, played to a 1-1 tie. Well, with our score 2-0, let us continue with our player profiles for the Lady Saints. Jackie Vazalden is a sophomore, a 1-year letter winner, a member of the Unity Club at Southview, also runs cross country in the fall of the season, plays basketball in the winter, and involved spiritually with the youth ministry group of her particular church. Rebecca Ward is a senior, 3-year captain. She made the second team All Great Lakes League, All Lorain County second team, a member of FEA, Future Educators of America, early childhood, and she does intend to go on to college with a 3.7 GPA here at Southview, but she has no idea at this time what Institute of Higher Learning she wants to attend. And she's participating in a 4-year magnet program at Southview. She's also involved in indoor soccer, member of Key Club all 4 years. She's a member of the Senior Council and Southview's Student Council. Maritza Ramirez is a junior, a 1-year letter winner. She's a member of the track team, the swim team, the dive team, obviously enjoys water and running, and a lot of running here in girls soccer. She is also a scholar athlete with a 3.7 GPA and takes nothing but honors classes. Our next player is Robin Rotheker, a junior, has a 2.5 GPA, plays piano, and a one-year letter winner in girls soccer. Sasha Simmons, a name familiar to us when we cover the girls basketball team here at Southview High School. Sasha Simmons is a junior, a one-year letter winner. In addition to girls soccer in the fall, she plays volleyball, and she's been on the volleyball team 2 years. And again, we've covered volleyball on TV20, so we've mentioned her name a few times there too. She plays, as we've indicated, varsity basketball. She's a 2-year letter winner, a member of the Key Club, and without a doubt a scholar athlete with a 3.9 GPA, grade point average. She's a member of the band for 2 years, plays saxophone. She also plays in AAU basketball. A shot on goal, but saved by the Lady Admirals. That shot put in there by Southview's Jackie Vazalden. And the Admiral King goalie able to save that particular shot, Monica Gerace. Our next player profile is a freshman, Heather Schlosser. She, in addition to girls soccer, plays basketball in the winter, and in the spring participates in both softball and track. As it begins to rain just a little bit harder here in this second half, we are in South Lorain at Lorain Southview High School. Girls soccer between the Lady Admirals of Lorain Admiral King High School and the Lady Saints of Lorain Southview High School. The Lady Admirals with a 2-0 lead. Our next Lady Saint that we would like to highlight is Sherelle Millander, a sophomore, a 2-year letter winner. Honorable mention, All Great Lakes League, cross country. In the fall, she participates. In the wintertime, basketball. In the spring, softball. Quite an athlete. She's a member of the Southview Unity Club, a member of the Junior Army ROTC, the YPD. She's also involved in the Harrison Cultural Club and the LCASBE. If I only knew what these initials meant. Maybe in the future our coaches can tell the young ladies to spell it out for us so we can really inform our viewers what it is that they're involved in. But when you're doing something for the very first time, there's growing pains. You live and learn. And eventually we'll get it down right here at TV20. Our next player is Jewel Romero, a senior with a 3.5 GPA, a 3-year letter winner. Also a cheerleader for 2 years, member of the Key Club, a yearbook staffer. I remember when I was teaching at Lorain Admiral King High School, well, back then it was Admiral King High School, I was the yearbook advisor for 4 years, so I can really appreciate a student getting involved in yearbook and how much work and effort goes into that. Jewel involved in softball in the spring of the year. She's been on the softball team for 2 years, a member of the Salsa Club, and a member of Senior Council. That is Jewel Romero. Our next player is Stephanie Fraley, is a senior, a 3.2 GPA, grade point average, a 2-year letter winner, A member of the Southview High School Key Club, student council, plays softball in the spring. She is a mat maid. I would assume that means she's involved with the boys wrestling team at Southview. Helps out and assists in that outstanding wrestling program. She is a football water girl. She intends to go on to further her education at Cleveland State and major in juvenile defense. Also at Southview High School, she's involved in the drama club. Amanda Sanchez is a junior, a 2-year letter winner. In the spring of the year, she plays softball. Jessica Zuck is a junior, 3-year letter winner. She too, in the spring of the year, plays softball for the Southview team. Alexandra Thomas is a freshman. And finally, Janet Sanchez is a sophomore who in the spring of the year also plays softball. So those are the player profiles provided for us by Coach Bruce Wheeler, as put together by the gals themselves. And we appreciate the effort put forth by the coaches and these young ladies. We are in the second half of action here at Lorain Southview High School, in the backyard, so to speak, overlooking State Route 57, directly to the west. Burger King directly to the south. And our score is the Lady Admirals 2, Southview nothing. We are almost midway through this second half. Each half runs 40 minutes. We've got a little over 20 minutes remaining in this contest. I'm sure if you're watching at home, it's quite obvious that the precipitation in the form of rain, which we affectionately refer to as liquid sunshine, when we look back at the months of July and August when we were hoping and praying for rain and very, very little fell, and now we're getting it here in the fall of the year, which is kind of great if you're one of those green thumbers, because the moisture through the winter will help preserve the plants and bring them back to their full vibrancy come the spring, which kind of reminds me winter is just around the corner. Hope you enjoy winter as much as I do, and I'm saying that with tongue in cheek. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Lorain, Ohio, the place to stay. Stopping and thinking for a moment when I said Lorain, Ohio, the place to stay, can't help but reflect on the very, very significant bond issue that will be on the ballot November 6th for the Lorain City Schools, an opportunity to get a ton of money from the state of Ohio, which basically is your tax dollars and my tax dollars that we've been paying to Columbus over the years, to get it back to build us some brand new schools that we need so desperately, and to refurbish and remodel some of our newer schools. Shot on goal, no good, grabbed by Monica Gerace, and she kicks it out. I kind of look at that bond issue as being a homeowner, as being an insurance policy, because as we've heard and said so often, so goes the schools, so goes the city of Lorain. And I know that my property value will increase as the Lorain City Schools improve immensely. As we sit here looking at our monitor, I can assure you there is nothing wrong with your television screen. The little dots that you see are simply raindrops. The problem is they don't build cameras with little windshield wipers. You probably noticed too in the background the Southview football team on the practice field. So we've got a sport in the way of football practicing and a sport in the way of girls soccer actually involved in competition. Admiral King leading by a score of 2-0 over Southview in this girls soccer match. Less than 20 minutes remaining in the ball game or in the match. It's kind of ironic when you stop and think of the number of sports, the different sports. Baseball is a game, football is a game, soccer is a match. Tennis is a match. Wrestling is a match. Basketball is a game. Starting to sound like George Carlin, but I don't have any punchlines to go with that. And a save by Brittany Gonzalez. She kicks it out to midfield. Picked up by the Lady Saints, Alicia Candelario. Talking about so many of these young ladies participating in other sports here in the fall of the season, in addition to girls soccer, participating in cross country and volleyball. And in the winter season, a lot of these young ladies participate in girls basketball, which kind of leads me to inform you that, again, TV20 will be bringing you high school basketball action. The Lorain Southview Saints boys and girls and the Lorain Admiral King Admirals boys and girls. We will be bringing you varsity action from the respective high schools throughout the season. And there's a good possibility this year with our new director, Joe Bach, that we will be bringing you some of that high school basketball before the first of the year. First of the new year, that is, 2002. We've always started our coverage of varsity basketball after the holiday season, but we just may try to get some in before the holidays. Since here on TV20, the vast majority of the television time is devoted to youngsters visiting Santa Claus at the Palace Civic Center every Saturday right after Thanksgiving, and that will be another feature on TV20 again this year. So look forward to that, moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas. Get those youngsters to the Palace Civic Center on a Saturday, and they're sitting on Santa Claus's lap will be presented on TV20. Plus, a lot of the elementary schools put on, there's our windshield wiper. All right. Nice job, Joe. All the spots are gone. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And this was a job that had to be done. Anyway, as we were saying, a lot of the elementary schools put on holiday programs, concerts, etc. And our man on the scene will be covering a lot of these events, and you will be watching them as well on TV20. So that's what we enjoy highlighting. Our youngsters from K through 12 in the Lorain City School system. Lady Admirals putting the ball into play after having gone out of bounds. One of the things we certainly observed, not only in our soccer match with the boys, but as well as the girls, is how often the ball is in fact kicked out of bounds. And if the clock stopped after every situation like that, we could see where these matches would go on forever. Fortunately, the clock does continue. Not only fortunately for us, but fortunately for the young gals and the young guys that participate in soccer. And you can see the yellow line as the ball goes across and out of bounds. Picked up and will be put into play by the Lady Admirals, and that is number 12. And on our roster we have Danielle Santos, but could be Danielle Zattala, a number change. By the way, Danielle Zattala scored the first goal for the Lady Admirals back in the first half, assisted by Lorain Kishman. Once again, the ball out of bounds. It'll be kicked and put into play. One official on the field in these soccer matches. Normally there are two officials. One runs the sidelines anytime and every time the ball goes out of bounds, and the other official stays in the field of play. Brittany Gonzalez getting the ball that was kicked out of bounds. She will kick it into play. Again out of bounds, and you can see the young assistants that follow up and down the field. If the ball is kicked too far away, they have the extra ball. You can see the young man there with the ball tucked under his arm so that play can get underway as quickly as possible. And kicking the ball from the corner to put it into play for the Admirals, Danielle Zattala. Grabbed momentarily by Brittany Gonzalez. One of her teammates managed to kick it away, however. And the Lady Admirals defense coming to the rescue as it goes out of bounds. Off the foot of Natalie Smith. The Lady Saints putting it into play. Ball picked up by Monica Gerace, the Lady Admirals goalie, and she kicks it into play as we get more raindrops on our camera lens. Got to give these young ladies a lot of credit. They play in all kind of inclement weather. Well, the young men too in boys soccer. And they just don't wear the kind of equipment, the kind of garb that football players wear. And on this particular day, cold and wet. Danielle Zattala with the ball, brings it upfield, kicks it to her teammate, Jackie Gaynor, and it goes out of bounds. And during the ball out of bounds, what better time than that to have our lens cleaned? Nice job, Joe. And again, out of bounds. And there's a situation where the young lad with the ball under his arm was able to give it to Sol Carbello, and she was able to put it into play quickly. Here come the Lady Saints, but it's kicked away at the last moment there by Mercedes Logan. Coming down with that ball for Southview, number 32, Sasha Simmons. And Mercedes Logan manages to kick it away. Comes back as both these teams are kicking the ball around the Admiral King goal. Lady Saints hoping to get a point on the scoreboard. And we're going to have some kind of a foul situation. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick. And it will be a free kick for the Lady Saints, and doing the job there for them, number 38, junior Sandra Santos. As it continues to rain. Ball kicked out of bounds on the far side. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the second half. And again, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be put into play by the Admiral King goalie, Monica Gerace. Kicks that one to midfield. Now off the foot of the Lady Saints, number 34, who is Sunshine Shuck.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Ball out of bounds, picked up by Jenny Magdaleno, and she will toss it into play. Joe, you picked the best opportunities to clean the lens off during these brief, not a timeout, because again, the clock continues to run, but there's no action on the field.
I'm afraid I'm going to get hit.
Having never played soccer in my lifetime and really not knowing that much about soccer, I just wonder how frustrating it has to be for these players as the ball is kicked back and forth, back and forth. The goal, obviously, the whole ideal of this game is to get the ball in the opposing team's net. But so often, you're talking a total of 80 minutes. That's 1 hour and 20 minutes of soccer action. And like when they met the first time around, it was a tie score 1-1. In this game, it's 2-0 Admiral King with the lead. It seems like there should be more going on, but obviously that's what the defense is all about. One team trying to get the ball in the net, the other team trying to keep it out, and back and forth it goes. Fascinating to watch. Don't know if I'd have the patience if I was younger to be involved. And in case you're watching soccer for the very first time, a lot of kicking obviously going on, but these young ladies do wear shin guards underneath those stockings. So if there is a kick to the shins, they are protected anywhere in that area from the ankle on up to the knee. But if the kick should go a bit lower, like around the ankle area, there could be a problem because there is no protection there. And if you should get in the way of even a higher kick above the knee area, that's got to smart. So my hat off to these soccer players, boys and girls. Southview tossing the ball into play right off the body of one of the Lady Admirals, back out of bounds and back into play. We've got 3 minutes remaining in the ball game, in the match. Mercedes Logan puts the ball into play for the Lady Admirals. This time, Sol Carabello puts it into play. Chasing after the ball as it was going down towards the Admiral King goal for the Admirals, Julie Mckay, kicked out of bounds. One of the saving efforts that a lot of times these soccer players will use as defenders, just kick the ball out of bounds and take your chances when the opposing team puts it into play, as is the case right now. Lady Saints kick the ball into play. A lot of Admiral King defenders still being kicked around the goal as we're down to a little over a minute remaining. Our score is Admiral King 2, Southview nothing. Danielle Zattala kicked the first goal for the Lady Admirals, assisted by Lorain Kishman in the first half. In the second half, Jackie Gaynor got the goal unassisted for the Lady Admirals. Shots on goal for the Admiral King ladies, 20. Goalie saves, Admiral King's Monica Gerace, 12. For Southview, Brittany Gonzalez had several as well. The regular season for these two teams, for the Lady Saints, the regular season ends with a 3-11-1 record, since they will not have the opportunity to win this match. 3 wins, 11 losses, 1 tie. And for the Lady Admirals, 8 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. We're down to within less than 10 seconds. Bringing the ball and kicking it down is Carrie Keane for the Lady Admirals, and that's the end of this girls' soccer match. Again, the score, Admiral King 2, Southview nothing. Our thanks to the coaches and the players for an outstanding job here at Lorain Southview High School. For my cameraman, producer, and director, Joe Bach, I'm Ron Bacalar. Good afternoon, everyone.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV20 WLCS.